Hello, everybody. Come on in and say hello. Let's see how we're looking tonight. Come on in. Don't you love I sing to you every week now? Sorry about that. Don't even realize I'm doing it. All right. Looking good. Looking good, looking good. Come on in and say hello if you are here. And we will get started. Oh, there's somebody. Hey, Debbie Colby. Debbie Colby. Come on in. Give you guys a few seconds to arrive before we start this party. I just felt like tropical was the name of the game today. It was so beautiful here. It was in the 80s. I can't believe it. That was magical. Totally magical. If you wouldn't mind sharing this, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. Come on in. Give me a like or a love. Let me know you're there. We're going to do a fun card tonight, a fun fold, and I'm really excited about it. I love the way it turned out. Let's see. Yep, right on time. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and get started. Sorry. So like I said, we're going to be using this Tropical Escape suite tonight. This one is, the stamp set is going to stay, as well as the framelets. Somebody was here. Who was that? I missed him. And you will see in the new catalog, which I am sure you have seen online, that the tropical framelets have carried over, and they are going to be making this particular stamp set, the Tropical Chic. They're going to be making this in cling mount, which is our new awesome, amazing, never let go kind of stamp, which is wonderful. So this stamp set and framelets will not be going away, but unfortunately the designer series paper and the ribbons, the embellishments will be going away. So those are what we're going to be looking at tonight. Hi, Millie. Hi, Kimberly. I know, isn't it beautiful, Kimberly? It's just so cheerful. I just love these colors. This is just like totally my jam right here. So we're going to work with this one tonight. Like I said, this is going away basically. These guys down here, these are all going away, but this is coming back in cling mount with the thinlets that match. So yay. All right. So if you have not done so already, make sure you get online. I posted today about the clearance rack. The clearance rack has been updated. Things are selling out already. So you want to make sure you get on there on my online shop. Here's my online shop up here, suitablystamped.stampinup.net, and make sure you get all the goodies you would like before they're all gone. Really great stuff on there, lots of holidays and all kinds of things. So, all right, this is what we're going to be making tonight. Look at this fun fold. I love this. This is a fold I learned from my friend Patty Bennett, and Patty is just an amazing stamper, and she learned it from a friend of hers. So we're going to do this one with our tropical theme. So you see the front, it's a little greeting up here. You open it up, this little circle pops out. Open it all the way up. You are the greatest. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love that. All right. So here is what we are going to do. We're going to get our paper trimmer, and I will put these measurements in the comments for you after we are finished. All right. So I have the measurements over here. Trusty little notepad, and we are going to start with a piece of the shaded spruce cardstock. Now, the colors in the designer series paper for this particular suite are Blushing Bride Granny Apple Green, and Shaded Spruce. Who knew they could look so beautiful together? So you'll see this is a 6x6 paper stack, and you get a ton of this stuff. I love this. And this is, I think, my last pack. I had ordered a bunch, and I think this is my last hurrah. So I'm going to be using this one. So we're going to start with Shaded Spruce, and we're going to do our card base. It's going to be, 4 1/4 by 11. So let's go ahead and just cut this cardstock in half, like that. And then we're going to do a little bit of scoring. Now you'll notice on this one, you're just going to need 2 score lines, really plain, easy, way easy to do. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to flip it. It's at also at 8 1/2, but I don't have the arm on this one. I took it off because I was traveling with it. And I'm just going to go ahead and score it at 2 1/2. But the actual measurements for this one are 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And I'll put that in there for you. Alrighty, so there we have our only 2 score marks that we need. Now, you're going to need a 2-inch circle punch. I don't know if you've looked at the retirement list yet, guys, but there are some of my favorite punches going away. You know how I feel about that. This 1 3/4 inch circle, this will not be leaving my studio. It will not be in the catalog anymore. So you'll want to make sure you grab it if you don't have it already. This is a terrific one for layering. So I use my 1 3/4 a lot. So we're going to take our 2-inch circle for this one. And we're going to take this top score line up here, and we're going to insert our punch from the right side, and we're going to go as far as it'll go. And we're going to bring it up so that that line is about halfway. You see that? I'm going to punch like that. All right, then we can throw this one away. All right, now I'm going to take my bone folder. Here it is. And I am going to burnish those score marks. So, all right. Here we go. All right, so there's our card base. Now, the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of designer series paper that's 4 inches by 4 inches for this bottom section down here. And I think this time, I'm going to pick a different color. I think I'm going to do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. We'll experiment. Oops. So this one we're going to cut at 4 by 4. There we go. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Oh, man. Maybe I'll use that one. I like it. All right, and then for this top section up here, let's see. I think we'll go ahead and use that same color combo. So for this top section up here, we're going to need a piece of designer series paper that's 2 1/4 inches. And I want my stripes going up and down, so I'm doing 2 1/4 by 4. Really easy measurements to remember on this one. And the other piece you're going to need is a piece of Whisper White for your inside that is also 4 by 4. So I've already cut here. Oops, not that one, this one. 4 by 4. And then I'm going to take another piece of designer series paper for down here and cut that one at 4 by 4 also. So let's see, which one should we use for that one. Let's do this one this time. Look how pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? 4 by 4. Go. All right, so there's all of our parts and pieces for that. Now, we're going to, I wonder why I'm not seeing your comments. Let's see. Hopefully, can you guys still see me? Hi, Betsy. Now I see you. Come on in. Sorry, I wasn't seeing everybody. Now, one thing I have found in using my punches on this particular card, especially if I'm making a lot of them, okay, is that I want to go ahead and punch the circle first, just out of the cardstock, before I layer on this top piece. Pull this over here for you. Before I layer on this piece and punch the circle out of that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere it and then we'll punch the circle again. So we'll just lay that over top like so. And then we'll take our 2-inch circle and we're going to push it back in just like so, all the way over and punch. And there's that one. All right. Now I'm going to take this other piece for the bottom here. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the inside of my card. Whoops. Like so. There we go. Pull this one up. And I'm going to adhere this one right here. Oh, that's just such a cool print. I love that. Were you guys warm today? We were warm. I was on Mimi duty today, and JJ decided he wanted to wear long pants. I'm like, are you sure? He was in his favorite pants, so. Okay, so there we have our card base ready to roll, all right? So next, what we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this circle for our greeting up here. We're gonna go ahead, and that is actually punched with the 2-inch circle punch. And I have that in Granny Apple Green. Let's see, do I still like that? Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. All right, now here's a little hint about this one. When you go to adhere this circle onto your card, you're gonna put a little bit of glue in here in this little space, all right? And I wanna just kinda give myself a little mask there so I know where it's going to go. Now I'm going to open my card up before I put it in, and I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to push it up so that I can just barely see a little sliver of the white below right there. Can you see that? And that makes it so it doesn't catch when you go to open it up all the way like that. Okay? Just like that. All right. So that's your little tip for getting that little guy on there. All right, so next we'll need just a scrap of Whisper White, and we'll need our thank you greeting, and we're gonna do this one in Shaded Spruce. There we go. Just do this one here, like that. And then I'm gonna take my 1 3/4 inch punch and punch it out like that. And then we're gonna take our beautiful little hibiscus flower with some Blushing Bride ink. There we go. And I just want to do a couple of little hibiscus flowers around. Give it a little bit of pep in there. Now, you'll notice on mine, I went ahead and glued mine on flat to the circle. You can pop this one up if you'd like, but I've got so much going on here on the front, I kind of liked it flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this one with a little bit of snail, or with my finger. Stick my finger to it. Let's see if I can see. There we go. Okay, you with me so far? All right. Now, we're going to take a piece of the Granny Apple Green woven ribbon that is sitting here. Where'd it go? There it is. So this is one of my favorite ribbons. This one, and actually the gray, I think it was the gray granite that comes with it. It's in the suite also. This is the Granny Apple Green, and it is the English textured weave ribbon, and this is a 1/2 inch, and you get 10 yards. Guys, this ribbon, oh, I'm gonna miss this because it comes in Poppy Parade. It comes in, oops, I did it backwards. It comes in the, maybe it's Smoky Slate. I'd have to look. Anyway, it's gorgeous ribbon. It makes gorgeous bows, and it is beautiful with this paper. Ooh. Ribbon scissors must be on the other table. because these snips are a little bit dull. All right, so we're just gonna pull this little dude under here, bring it over. Whoops, come on. There we go. Like so. And I'm just gonna tie a knot. And I want to leave it a little bit loose because I'm going to be tucking some things under there, and I can always go back and glue it down with a glue dot. There we go. Like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see, which of these is the lesser of two evils tonight with these snips, who have been at class apparently a lot. Ooh, yes they have. Let's sharpen these guys. Hey Dad, welcome. All right, so there we go. Let's move this out of the way. So I've got my granny apple green ribbon on there. So now we're ready to decorate the front. If you guys, have you seen all of the framelits in this set? This is really cool. I saw a squirrel go across, I guess. So these are separate. This is the frame that you can use to cut out the stamped image, and this is the one I've used on this one to cut these green little leaves over here. So each of these has an outer layer and then this inner layer, which you can use for the stamped images, which are really cool. And then this really neat frame that you can do that you can layer on top of a, you know, color in the back and have just like the white in the back and then have the green pop on the front and then the little one for the hibiscus. These are wonderful. All right, so let me show you what I have for the front. My little package over here. There we go. So we have 3 of these out of Shaded Spruce. And I have 3 hibiscus flowers that I stamped and cut out in Blushing Bride. And then, oh, thanks, Deb. Oh, thanks, Pamela. That's really nice. Hello from Connecticut. So then I did one in Granny Apple Green, this little smaller leaf, and then the bigger one in Granny Apple Green also. So you can see they just kind of blend nicely in there. So what I did first was I took these longer, make sure you can see these, the longer pieces, and I just added a little bit of Tombow to the back. Green glue, sorry, green glue. Now, I could have done these with the adhesive sheets, which, by the way, if you've seen my videos before, you know how much I love them, and they are going away. So if you have not gotten yours, you know you need to get them because it makes doing these little pieces with little bits and pieces on them makes it much easier. If you have the cardstock already adhered to the adhesive sheet, you cut it out and it's like a sticker. So get those before they're gone. Now, I'm going to put that little guy there. Now, one note while I'm doing this. See how I brought this over so that only that little piece is sticking up there? You don't want to have anything that hangs into this circle area because watch, when you go above it like that, this is going to come down and you want to make sure it's going to clear it and you don't want anything getting broken off or messed up. Okay? So there are those 2. Then I'm going to do another one. Whoop. Another one over here, like so. And of course, I did an odd number. You know how it is. Odd numbers, very important. Much more visually pleasing. My graphic design days at school. All right, so now we have those guys. Now we're going to take some dimensionals. I think I had a little bit of, edges left. See guys, I always say this isn't like bread. You don't cut the edges off. You keep your edges for your dimensionals. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take this larger leaf right here. I'm going to put a little piece of dimensional on there. Okay. And I'm just going to tuck this one up underneath the ribbon there, like so. And then we'll do the same thing to this little guy. Over here. Give him a little extra oomph. There we go. I'm just going to tuck this one up here, trying not to get in that circle area there. Let's see. I want that to go over top a little. All right, now we have that done. Now we're going to put our little hibiscus blooms on there. So I will take a couple of dimensionals. Let's see, do this one. This little guy is going to go over the ribbon over here. And then this one. Poor little dimensionals. They're in the bottom of my class bags a lot, so I get all kinds of things sticking to them. But they're still magical. I'm just going to do this one over here, like that. And I think what I will do is I will take a glue dot just for grins and put it right under the knot of my ribbon. Right there. Okie doke. So we have those two. Now, oh, I have my extra. Oh, you know what? I think I was gonna put 3 on there and I didn't. That's why I cut an extra, huh? Not so much. All right, so here's the front of our card, pretty much done. Let me cut this with some other scissors. I miss my ribbon scissors. I can hear them calling my name from far away somewhere. All right, so there's the outside of our card. So now we're gonna do the inside panel, which again is a 4x4. Now what I've done, let me make some room. What I have done is I have the, where's my other stamp? Oh, here it is. The inside greeting says, "You're the greatest." Oh, thanks, Pamela. I appreciate that. You're the greatest. And it's just mounted on a clear block, and we're going to stamp that with the shaded spruce. Use my grid paper to hopefully not stamp it crooked. There we go. Whew. All right, now I'm going to take some Granny Apple Green, which is one of my favorite colors. Now I mounted these stamps on here a little wonky. You can tell I didn't go get a Humongo block. I just don't like using them as much. But I took the stamps and laid them on my card to kind of get the lay of the land of how I wanted them on there, and then I just set the block on top and picked them up to do kind of a little collage of leaves. There we go. All right. Oops, wrong way. Then I'm just going to take them and put them up here. Give it a little smush, like so. Isn't that pretty? Put this guy away. And then we're going to come back in and add a couple of little flowers. Let's see, let's add one over here. Add one over here. One here. Whoop! Stuck to it. And then put a little peeking out there. All right, coming together. All right, so let's open up our card. Now I'm going to put some snail on here. Now, you kind of have a choice on this. Well, you don't kind of, you do have a choice. You can either put your DSP or designer series paper up here, or put it down here. When I put the greeting up here, no matter what I do, I'm going to have to flip it back over. Should have done this before. Oh, Michelle Suit. What are we going to do with you? Let's see if I can do it without messing it up. Hey, at least it's alive, right? You get it. Good, the bad, the ugly. I'm just going to put this back in here. See if I can smush it in. Nope. All right. Scoot. See, it was going so well. I kind of felt prepared tonight. Look at me. Scoot, scoot, scoot. There we go. A little bit more. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There. Whew. Breathe deeply now. There we go. See that? All right, so now we got to go back and fix this little guy. Sorry, guys. Poor little flower. It's like, what is going on here? There we go. All right. There you have it. See that? Open it up. Ta-da! Oh, got a little adhesive on there. Like so. Now, no beautiful tropical card would be complete without a gorgeous envelope. So let me show you what I did to mine. I had a beautiful piece of designer series paper. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Not that one. All right, hang tight, peeps. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's my envelope. So here's the front. And then I did a little piece of designer series paper back here on the flap. Look how pretty. Now, wouldn't you love to get that in the mail? And that's the beauty of this card. It still fits in one of our regular envelopes. See that? Still fits. If it fits, it ships. And you know what I would do for this, guys? With this thicker ribbon, what I would do is take a piece of the, probably Whisper White, whatever I had on hand, and just put it over top before I put it in my envelope. And I would put the part with that knot, this piece here, I would put that in the back. So when they go to run it through the machine, it's not going to, there's no bump, okay? Just a little clue for you. If you want to add a little extra, you totally can. But that's how I would do it. All right, so there are our two beautiful tropical cards for you. Again, don't miss out, guys, on this paper and this ribbon. It is gorgeous, and you are not going to want to miss it. This is perfect for summer, for vacation, scrapbook layouts, you name it. It's just gorgeous. And like I said, totally, the colors are just so vibrant and beautiful. All right, so remember, the clearance rack has been updated. Don't miss out. Those things are flying off the shelves. I got to really place an order for myself tonight because I saw some things are already selling out. If you are going to go order, please order with this April host code right here at suitablystamp.stampinup.net, and you will see all of these items that are still on there, and you will see a link for the clearance rack, so don't miss it. Alrighty. If you have any questions, as usual, just please give me a holler. You can email me, post a comment here on this Facebook post on the Facebook Live, but I would love to help you in any way I can. All right, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, and I will see you again very soon. All right, see you guys. Bye.